Now, more importantly, we want to talk about ball fit. We had some questions about this last class, and there's two things that you want to be aware of when you're choosing the right ball: the weight and the finger thumb hold. Okay. So the first thing when you pick up a ball, obviously you're feeling the weight. You want to pick the appropriate weight. Okay. There is a way to determine whether the weight is appropriate. It's called the weight test, and the simplest way to do it is hold the ball or balance your feet. Lock your elbows and hold the ball straight out, okay? If you can't hold it for 5 seconds like this, it's probably too heavy, okay? And then you can kind of adjust within that. So, and then there's another way, if I could have a volunteer. This is probably more complicated than it needs to be, but somebody want to come up and I'll let you guess. Okay. So if you want to make it really complicated, you get your feet shoulder width apart, lock your elbows, and have somebody hand you the ball. If it knocks you off balance, okay, if you lose your balance, that would also indicate that it's too heavy, okay? So, balance stance, lock your elbows, hold it out. If you can do it for 5 seconds, it's probably going to be an okay weight, okay? That's the weight test. Now, more importantly, is the finger holes and the thumb hole, okay? The thumb hole, you could have a little bit of resistance, okay? You put your thumb in the whole way through. If there's a little bit of resistance coming out, that's okay. If your thumb pops when it comes out, the thumb hole is too tight, okay? So you can have a little bit of resistance with your thumb hole, but if it pops, it's too much. Your finger holes, no resistance. Okay, if your fingers can't slide right out, then the finger holes are too tight, okay? So thumb hole, you can have a little bit of resistance. The two finger holes, you don't want any resistance, okay? Now there's also a difference in the distance between the thumb hole and the finger holes, okay? The easiest way to do that is to put the bottom of your palm on the thumb hole, put your hand over the top of the bowling ball. The edge of your fingers should be on the edge of the finger holes, okay? If the holes are, if your palm overlaps the holes, the distance here is probably too small. If the edge of your fingers don't quite reach the holes, they're probably too far. If you're having trouble with your thumb coming out of the thumb hole, it probably means that your distance is a little too far, okay? So weight test, just to review very quickly. Balance stance, lock your elbows, hold it for 5 seconds. Little resistance in the thumb hole, no resistance in the fingers. Do the palm test to see if the distance is correct, okay? Questions about that? You're gonna have to try a few bowling balls, okay? House balls are different, even the same color, there's differences in the holes, sizes, and the hole distance. So if you need a 12-pound ball, there are different size holes, different distances as well. So try a few different balls, see what works best for you. That's kind of the challenge for today, is to find a ball that works for you.